Hi, I'm Nirvendas Emrys, and today we'll be trying TikTok hacks. Let's go! So the first video is from a user called Saran Illustra, and I kid you not, I had to pause this video around 5 times. The videos was way too fast, but their art is gorgeous. Please check out their account and send some love, and I'll give you a summary. In simple terms, they are asking us to simplify, practice, and use reference. And I cannot push this more, but those tips are literally the basics. So if you haven't heard of it,
put your ears on, man. Literally, put your ears on.
It's like a survival kit for art. Okay, so overall the video is very informative and it is just normal tips, but more of you guys need to hear of it. Practice simplifying things. It just saves so much time, and referencing, it's great. 5 stars and a 9 out of 10 for me. The only reason I didn't give it 10 out of 10 is because the speed of the video. Oh my god, that was so fast. I'm genuinely concerned, like, what's wrong with your guys' attention span? Oh my gosh. The second video is from a user called Gina. They already said beforehand that they won't do much explaining, so I'll do it for them. They are basically adding shadow and light to the hair. It seems like they already have a color palette beforehand. The base color, shadow color, and light. I also tend to see that people mistake on drawing or rendering hair, where they draw or render them by each tedious strand. Honestly, stop that suffering and watch this tutorial now, and it will definitely improve on how you render hair. So go watch that tutorial now and send some love to the user, and this tutorial will get a 7 out of 10. It's pretty solid. There's not much explanation, but it did its job. So let's just move on to the next one. The next hack is from a user called Humhooks, which is how to draw wings. As you can see, I am drawing wings for my beautiful lady Akiltov. I do not know how to pronounce her name. Back to the tutorial. Humhooks seems to be very good at explaining things, so I'll just leave that to them. And the steps, I did try to follow along, but in the end I decided to do a lot else with the wings. I just airbrushed them, so I didn't follow along with Humhooks at all. But if you do, I would say their tutorial is actually really good, and it would work in many art styles as well. It's simple and not that hard to follow along, and the results are great. So I have no complaints. To Humhooks, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Oh, and if you're curious about this beautiful lady, you could tell me on the comment section if you want a video of her, maybe of her lore or something. I couldn't get the chance to finish this art piece. It was indeed a deleted art piece of mine because of many complications on the rendering process. I just couldn't take it anymore and crashed out. I'm sorry, I'm such a quitter, but yeah. Let's just move on to the next hack, which is the fourth one. The fourth video have no copyrighted audio, so I'll just let you guys listen to it and I'll come back later.
How to glam up your art. From this poopy stinky doll stick to this beautiful radiant piece of sunshine. Our victim for today. Today, we'll be looking at filter, texture, patterns. First, open up filters on Ibis Paint and go to the draw section. You can either use parallel gradation or concentric gradation. Pick whichever gradient suits your art, character best, and pick overlay or soft light as a blending mode. For the layer, take the layer opacity down to about 30% to 50%. Ideally, if you want all of your pieces to have the same vibe or feel, you should stick to just one filter. I'd recommend choosing any of the pastel gradients for a softer look. Your vibe will obviously change depending on what gradient you pick, so it is up to you. Next is texture. Add a layer from canvas to merge all your layers into one layer. Then go to artistic feature and pick retro game. Since the drawing is already filtered with overlay, use soft light as a blending mode and take the opacity down to 20 to 30%. Next is pattern. This is a more subtle one. Take this brush. Then basically use it to put the pattern in different places. I like to put them in darker areas. Always look for things in a filter section that you can add to your art. Ibis Paint has a lot of resources and free materials for you to use. And then you're done. Happy filtering?
Okay, so I'm back from that beautiful explanation done by Kai Hao. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for butchering your name. I do not know how to pronounce that. Anyways. Okay, so after trying it out and messing with the settings a bit, I do agree that it is a good tip and would enhance your lighting more. But for me, I think I'd rather just use my blending modes rather than messing around with the gradation. It's a pretty good tip, a solid tip that I would give a 5 out of 10. It definitely worked, but I prefer using a blending mode for more controllability and I can just adjust it as I like. But with this, I feel like there's a lot more adjustment settings that you have to play around with, and I prefer just doing it manually. But still, overall, it's a pretty good tip. Thumbs up from me. Okay, so about the retro filter, I had contemplate things for a while now. Sorry, my English is not Englishing. Wait, is Englishing a word? So let's get back to the main point. Okay, I feel like this retro filter, I did try it. It does work, but it looks really odd on my art piece. And I think it's because some art style might not suit this. It might not suit the retro texture. And that is completely fine. You can try to maybe incorporate it in different ways or just not use it. That's also an option. And because of that, I will have to give it a 4 out of 10 because it works. It looks really good on their art, but not on everyone's art. You just have to find some things that will work and what will not work for your own art style. Wow, I sound really motivational right now. I am not. It's getting late. I haven't eaten dinner. I'm starving. Sorry. Okay, so the last tip, which is about the dot thingy. I do not know what it's called, so I just came back. It's called screen tone, by the way. So the screen tone. I see many popular artists using this, like Mika Picasso, and also a lot of mangakas use this as well, as you can see this a lot in Japanese manga. So, as they said, this is definitely a bit more flexible one. Of course, not always every art style will look good if you use it, like semi-realism. It will look a bit odd at first, but it's definitely more flexible than the retro one, and I actually personally do use it sometime, and I enjoy it. So for me, that would get a 5 out of 10. Okay, we're coming to an end for the video, so if you guys are still here, please give white hearts. And the disclaimer of me rating this doesn't mean one tip is better than the other. It's only my personal opinion, and thank you for watching. I will be stopping or having a break from art for a while, so maybe I'll post non-art related videos, maybe even gaming, so look out for those. Once again, thank you for watching. This is Nirvendas Emrys out. Love to all.